So in the last sessions, just we covered the Unix sessions. What are various Unix commands? All these things. Sir, now let me talk about second part of Unix or Linux, shell programming. Okay, shell programming or shell scripting. Shell scripting. Okay, like shell scripting or shell programming. Let me start, sir. This is the most valuable part. Okay, why we have to discuss Unix commands? Okay, just one reason is to develop shell scripts also. Okay, remember that. That's why. So to understand these things, the basic idea on the Unix commands must be required, sir. Even you are not having the idea, so mostly I will try to explain so as much as possible, right? Okay, so that's all this is. Now my question is, take a bit very special care. What is shell? What is shell? At our beginning sessions I covered already. Sir, can you please spell out what is the shell? Have you remembered in the last sessions somewhere I covered one very important diagram, sir? Okay, here just observe a bit very carefully about this one, sir. Here like we have next, and after that here we created next, and after that we created like sir, this diagram somewhere I explained, sir. Here have you observed this part is user user or applications, user or applications, like, sir. Next, this part is, anyone can you please tell? Shell. This part is kernel. Okay, kernel. Under this part is hardware. Remember this one, sir. This is most of the people, sir, aware what is what this diagram, right? Sir, very simple. If the user types a command on the terminal, assume that, sir. Here just observe that a user types a command on the terminal. Okay, like sir, here ls. Okay, command I typed in the terminal. What the shell will do is, the shell will read this command. Okay, remember this one, sir. What the shell will do is, the shell will read this command whatever provided by end user, provided by user. Shell is the responsible to read the command. Now observe that, sir. Is responsible Shell is responsible to read the command, to read command provided by user. Okay, this is the first. Can you please tell what the shell will do, sir? Anyone can you please spell out what the shell will do? Shell will check, shell will check whether whether the command, whether the command is valid or not. Okay, are is the command is the valid or not? Okay, shell will check that. Next, shell will check whether this command, whether this command is proper or not, is properly used or not. Okay, properly used or not. Okay, like, sir, now shell will check whether this command is properly used or not. If everything is proper, okay, observe a bit very carefully, sir. If everything is proper, if everything is proper, then shell interprets that command, interprets that command, interprets means converts. Okay, interprets that command means converts that command into kernel understandable form. Okay, interprets that command into kernel understandable form, and handover that converted command to kernel. Remember this a bit very carefully, sir. Sir, all these things, simply who is the responsible to do, sir? Sir, all these activities will take care by shell. Remember a bit very carefully, sir. So shell is the responsible to read the command provided by end user. Shell will check whether this command is valid or not. Next, whether it is properly used or not. If everything is proper, then shell interprets that command into kernel understandable form and hand over that converted command to the kernel. Remember, right? Sir, now, sir, finally kernel is the responsible. Okay, kernel is responsible to execute that command and execute that command with the help of hardware. Remember a bit very carefully, sir. Finally, who is the responsible to execute our command, sir? Kernel is the responsible to execute our command. Remember, now this shell and the kernel, these two things by default considered as operating system. Remember a bit very carefully, sir. Shell and the kernel, these two things are by default considered operating system. Okay, like now, sir, user and the hardware in the middle, operating system itself is the interface, right? Now shell acts as the interface between user and the kernel. Can I use the word, sir? Shell acts as interface between user and the kernel, correct or not? Yes, shell itself acts as interface between user and the kernel. Sir, shell plus kernel is nothing but operating system. Remember this one, sir. So shell, okay, shell acts as interface between user and the kernel. Shell acts as interface between user and kernel. Next, this shell plus kernel is nothing but operating system. Okay, so these two important things what you people should aware. So even in the last Unix sessions also, I covered very clearly, friends, what is a shell, what is the job of that shell. Everyone in the position to understand? Yes, friends, can you please confirm? Any doubt about this terminology? Suppose here, just observe that I typed one command, sir. Assume that I typed one command. Okay, touch command I typed, sir. So touch 123 abc.txt. Whenever user types a command, immediately my system is going to check. I mean, my shell is going to check, is this command is the valid command or not? Is it properly used or not? Array, touch 123 command is not there, but a touch command is available. Now observe that touch 123 command is not found. Who is the responsible to provide this information? Yes, friends, who is the responsible to provide this information? Sir, this command is not there. Who is the responsible? Shell itself is the responsible, right? Okay, touch command, it is a valid command only. Sir, now I'm taking minus xyz and then some Durga abc dot txt I'm taking, sir. abc dot txt. Sir, touch command hyphen xyz abc dot txt. Sir, touch command is available, but you are not using properly because hyphen xyz option is not there. Immediately invalid option, sir, hyphen x something like it's going to tell. So means that who is the responsible to provide this complete information? Shell itself is the responsible. Can you please observe that shell is responsible to read the command provided by end user. So if you type some command here, who is going to read that? Shell is the responsible. Okay, shell itself is the responsible. Shell will check whether the command is valid or not. Shell will check whether the command is properly used or not. Okay, like if everything is proper, then shell interprets that command into kernel understandable form and hand over that converted command to kernel. So at last, finally, who is the responsible to execute our commands? Are kernel is the responsible to execute with the help of hardware. Remember that. Okay, so now take very special care about this one, sir. So can I use the word shell acts as interface between? Shall acts as interface between respond interface between user and the kernel. user and the kernel like next kernel acts as interface between kernel acts as interface between, can you please confirm, between shell and shell and hardware. Okay, like these are two things you people should aware clearly. Any explanation is required about this one? Can you please confirm, sir? What is a shell? What is a shell? What is the job of this shell? Okay, like next shell plus kernel, this part itself is nothing but operating system. Clear, right? Okay, now what is the role of shell? Now we are talking about shell scripting. So I want to write the script which should be understandable, which should be interpreted by my shell. Okay, shell programming means I want to write a program which should be understandable by my shell. Okay, which should be processor by shell. Such type of thing is called shell scripting or shell programming. So shell is the responsible to read our command, to read our program. So which type of program processor by shell, that thing compulsory you people should aware. Okay, like next how many types of shells are there, sir? Very important. Now everyone got basic idea what is a shell. Clear for all of you, right? Can you please confirm so that I will go to the next level? Can you please confirm so that I will go to the next level? Yes, friends. Everyone in the position to understand up to this? Okay, what is the, so in our Unix sessions I covered very clearly, friends, don't worry at all. So these are things okay, we covered already in the basic Unix sessions, right? Sir, now observe that, sir, what are various types of shells? Types of shells, sir, anyone can you please spell out what are various shells are there? Yes, friends, shells, what are various shells are there? Have you heard any shell names like? Yes, sir, I know these shells like somewhere you may heard about. Yes, good, excellent. Sai Krishna, bash shell. Next Swaroop, sea shell. Next sir Manchi, Sai Krishna, KSH, Shabang shell. Oi Chaitanya, Shabang shell is not there. Okay, Saurav Das is telling J shell in Java 9. It is the Java related terminology. Okay, like here just take very special care. There are multiple types of shells are there in our Linux. Okay, so there are multiple types of commands are there, multiple types of shells are there related to our Linux, sir. So the first one, born shell. Okay, we will discuss in detail, don't worry, sir. Just aware, observe a bit very carefully, sir. What are the first ones are? Born shell. Some people may use the word b shell also. Okay, like I will talk in detail, don't worry. Second ones are bash. Okay, bash shell. Okay, bash shell or simply bash. Some people will use bash or bash shell, anyway, no problem at all. Next some people may use the word corn shell. Just aware, corn shell. Okay, some people, sir, can use seashell. Okay, some people can use seashell. Next t shell. Okay, some people may use a t shell. Okay, next even jed shell. Jed shell. Okay, like multiple types of shells are there. Remember a bit very carefully about these things, right? Okay, like so these are various shells what we have. Don't feel these are the only things. Multiple types of shells are there, sir. Just for every shell, sir, one or two lines I have to talk. But among all these things, one shell we are always going to use. What that shell is, just aware very clearly, sir. This one is the most valuable, very important shell what everyone is using, sir. Bash shell. Remember a bit very carefully about this one, sir. But anyway, the remaining also just I will talk a bit briefly so that you may get some basic idea, right? Sir, do you know bash shell? If I consider here bash shell here, just observe that, sir. Sir, do you know the first shell, born shell, the oldest shell what we have, sir? Up to this, any doubt? Can you please confirm? Born shell, bash shell, corn shell, sea shell, tea shell, jet shell, like almost multiple types of shells are there, sir. Okay, like born shell, born shell. okay, like but most of the times in the real time, most of the times in the real time, the people are always going to use bash shell. Remember a bit very carefully about these terminologies, sir. Okay, like so just okay. So most of the times the people are always going to use bash shell. Okay, like but anyway, the first shell is a born shell. Take a bit very special care. Sir, why the word born shell? The first whenever Unix operating system, whenever Unix operating system came, so with the Unix operating system, which shell came at the beginning, sir? This born shell only. Some people may use the word B shell also. Okay. Next, why the word born? Anyone, can you please tell what may be the reason? Array, respond. Why the word born? Born shell. Do you have any particular reason for that? Yes, yes. Okay. It is developed by. Okay, it is developed by Stephen. Okay, it is developed by Stephen Born. Okay, like just observe that who developed this shell. Shell is a small program. Shell is a small program. Why the word born shell is? It is developed by Stephen Born. Next, this is the first shell which is developed for Unix operating system. I told right, the first shell. This is the first shell which is developed. This is the first shell which is developed for Unix operating system. Right. Remember this one. Next, if you want to use this shell, sir, I want to use this shell, then how you can use? By using which command we can use is sh command. Very important, sir. What is the command we require to use? Sh command. Okay, by using sh command, we can access this shell. This is shell. Okay, like sir, I have one small important conclusion I have to talk about this one. What is the meaning? I will discuss, sir. Observe that. What is the first shell? Born shell. It is developed by Stephen Born. This is the first shell which is developed for Unix operating system. Next, by using which command we can access this shell is sh is the command. I have one small point I have to developed. When did Bourne shell was developed? Mostly in 1960s only, Ashoka, with the Unix operating system. During that time only, mostly. Okay, once Unix developed mostly at that time only. Okay, like now here just take a bit very special case, sir. Sir, in the Unix sessions I used one word. Okay, shell script. Okay, shell script. Just observe carefully, right? Sir, here I'm taking, observe a bit carefully, sir. Here my requirement is just I'm using cal. Okay, like I'm using cal. Sir, cal is a command to display. Cal is a command to display current month calendar. Correct or not? Okay, respond to display current month calendar. Date is the command. Date is the command, sir, to display current month, current date and time. Okay, like current date and time. Similarly, okay, now, sir, echo command is there. Echo, echo to display, sir, to display. Do you know, sir, whatever we are going to print, it is going to print again to the console, again to the terminal. Hello, echo, sir, echo hello, like hello will be just a print to the terminal. Okay, like hello command itself we are going to use. Now observe, sir, how many commands are used here? Up to this, how many commands are used? Cal command I used, date command I used, and then echo command I used. Just observe carefully, right? Now three commands are used. But usually, do you know, usually if I want to execute, sir, 100 commands, execute first command and then second command and then third command, it's not at all recommended. What I have to do is I will write all those commands inside a script, inside a file. Okay, remember that I will write all those commands inside a file. Next, what I will do is I will execute that file by using my shell. Okay, I will execute that file so that all these commands one by one are going to execute this file which contain a collection of commands This file is by default considered as shell script. Remember this one. This file itself is considered as shell script. Everyone in the position to understand what is the basic idea? What is the meaning of shell script? Shell script. Okay, like sir, very simple. Shell script is nothing but it is a file just like our Java program test.java, just like our Python program test.py. Now I can use the word test.sh. Okay, it is a shell script program. Shell script itself is a program which contain a group of commands. Everyone in the position to understand what is the meaning of shell script? Basic idea. I respond. Everyone in the position to understand, sir, what is the meaning of shell script? Okay, now let me write this shell script, sir. Yeah, I'm writing. Just observe carefully, sir. There are multiple editors are there to write a script. To write a script, vi editor, okay, g editor, next one g editor, next one after that nano editor, okay, like multiple editors are there. But mostly to learn the concept very easily, gedit we are going to discuss. Okay, gedit we are discussing, but in the Unix sessions all the things sir usually I explain, or otherwise so I will explain, don't worry at all the things I will, but most of the times usually we are going to use gedit, okay, to create a script file. Now observe gedit, okay, test dot sh I'm taking, sir. Gedit test dot sh I'm trying to take. Now observe a bit very carefully, sir. Assume test dot sh is not there. Assume that. Now, sir, what is our first command? Can you please tell? Date command. Okay, assume date command. Okay, like the first one is the date command. Next, sir, the second one, another date. Again, I'm using date command. Next, cal command I'm using. Next, echo, welcome to, welcome to, sir, Linux shell scripting. Okay, like I'm using, sir. Welcome to Linux shell scripting. Like, sir, total how many lines is there? Total how many lines is there in my file? Please confirm. This is normal notepad, sir. Okay, normal notepad. Yes. Amir Khan, VI editor will work on Ubuntu. VI editor is the most powerful editor which will work everywhere. Okay, remember, sir. How many, sir? Here, how many lines? How many comments are there here? One, two, three, four, five. Five lines are there, sir. Five lines are there. Okay, five commands I use, but same date command multiple times I use. No problem at all. Now, what will happen is, sir, here this is one file which contain five commands. Like that, you can write 100 commands also, no problem at all. You can write 100 commands also, itself is acceptable, friends. Okay, now what I'm trying to take, sir, here just let me close, just I close, but how you can open script, how you can close, okay, these things I will discuss, sir. Just as of now, if I want to open the script, if I want to create a script, what is the command I use, sir? Gedit test.sh. If this file is already available, it will open for editing purpose. If it is not already there, then it will create an empty file and it will open for adding purpose, like, okay, like, so now here, sir, here I open. Now observe this, gedit test.sh I'm taking. Now it will be open because it's already there, it will be open. Now I have to close. Now I require to close this one, sir. Have you observed here? Here, just like for notepad, close button is there. Here, close option is there. You can close at right side topmost. You can see cross mark. Close is there. Just it's a normal notepad only. Close. You can close this one. Okay, like, or instead of that, control Q. Okay, control S means save. Control S means sir, here control S means save. Next, control Q means sir, quit means close. Control Q. Okay, remember, just in the next time whenever I'm using gedit command, sir, these things you people should aware. Gedit test.sh, control S, control Q, like, everyone in the position to understand, right? Yes, friends, I respond. Yes, friends. Any doubt about this one? Just the basic idea. Okay. Now let me create one more script. Gedit test2.sh I'm taking. Okay, it is the new one. It is not already there. If it is not there, it will create an empty file. Yes, excellent. It got created, right? Echo echo sir, here echo hello, welcome to shell scripting, welcome to shell scripting like we are adding next date command multiple times I'm using cal command, right? So total file names control yes to save, control yes to save, control q, okay, like control q itself is close, okay, like now, sir, after writing this shell script, just aware the point, sir. After writing this shell script, okay, 1 minute. So there are some doubts are there. Sir, using gedit, can we open .c file? Yes, Swarup, you can open any file by using gedit. Okay, if gedit is there in your system, in the Ubuntu by default it is there. Next, sir, instead of Ubuntu, can you use Linux prompt and use VA editor to write scripts? Yes, Hare Krishna, we can do that. We can do that. But as of now, sir, VI editor for sir other batch people not covered. That's why. Just don't worry at all. That knowledge automatically you will get. I will explain. Sir, next, if anyone invalid command, yes, if you are keeping invalid command, that particular command won't be executed. Don't worry at all. These type of things we will do later, Ashish. Just observe. Basic idea. Sir, is it clear for all of you, right? What is the meaning of script? Just basic idea at very top level, as it is the first session for shell scripting. So just get the basic idea. That's all. Now my question is, okay, observe carefully, right? Now my important question is here. Now script is ready. Once a script is ready, okay, sir, once a script is ready, assume that currently we are in the desktop. Sir, test2.sh, yes, this is the script. Test2.sh, it is already there. Now, so here just take a bit very special care. By default, this script not having executable capability, okay, this script, so user can't execute this script, okay. So for that, what the user has to do, user has to provide execute, user should provide execute permission for the script. User should have execute permission, then only, so then only user can execute this script just like a program, okay. User user should has execute permission on this script, then only okay, then only he can execute, then only he can execute that script. Remember this a bit very carefully, sir. He can execute that script. So how to check whether user has execute permission or not? Okay, have a look once here, clear, observe that. Okay, here I'm taking ls hyphen l test2.sh. Okay, can you please list long listing of test2.sh file? Now I got this one, sir. Okay, now I got this one. Just observe carefully, right? Now I got this one, sir. Here take very special care about this one. So here just observe the total, observe a bit carefully. Here there is something is there here, okay, sir. What is this one, sir? Anyone, can you please tell the total, how many characters are there here? Please confirm. Yes, in the file permissions concept, okay, in our Unix, you people may get much clarity, don't worry at all, just observe total how many characters are there. Please guide. Please guide. Total how many characters are there? 9 characters. Only these. Okay, the first one, sir, ignore. It is a file, normal file. Sir, total 9. In that, the first three, next three. First three meant for user permissions. User permissions. Next three meant for, okay, group. Here, just observe that, sir. So, group permissions, group permissions, group permissions. Next three meant for others permissions like. So user has only read and write, but hyphen is there, execute is not there. Sir, everything is three words. R W X X. User read, write, execute. So user has only read and write, but execute is not there. Group members has only read, write and execute is not there. Others has only read, write and execute permissions are not there. Okay, just please make sure a bit carefully, sir. In the file permissions, I will explain a bit very clearly. The people who attended already Unix, sir, you should aware all these things from the file permissions concept. Okay, like, but here only one line I have to take. What that line is? chmod change mode means change permissions u plus x, sir, test2 dot sh. Okay, like you people should be aware. What is the meaning of this one? Can you please confirm? Change mode u plus x test2 dot sh. Array, for the test2 dot sh file, for the user, can you please add the execute permission? Any doubt about this one? Can you please observe that? Sir, just a few minutes only difficult, but nothing is there in the remaining area. Just aware. What is this command? This is the only command we are going to use. But file permission, separate concept. In the Unix, we covered well, or otherwise we will discuss. Don't worry. So chmod u plus x test2.sh. What is the meaning of this? I respond. Anyone? What it means? Clear, right? Not seeing any response from you. Please confirm. Okay, we are giving execute permission to the user so that user can execute this script just like a program. Okay, user should has execute permission on this script, then only he can execute the script just like a program, okay, like, okay, well, now my requirement is, what I'm trying to take here is, just observe very carefully, right? chmod u plus x test2 dot sh I'm taking. Okay, that's all these things are one time activity, don't worry, sir. Now let me use the same command. Now what is the user permissions, right? Can you please cross check? Earlier rw hyphen, but now rwx is there. Are you getting right? Yes. Are you seeing X execute permission? User has execute permission or not? Yes. Now he can execute, right? Okay. How to execute this script? Very, very important, sir. Okay. Here, just in the current working directory, test2.sh is there. Now listen very carefully about this one, sir. Sir, test2.sh is there. Yes. Yes, Abjan. This is echo command. Next, three date commands three times. Next, and after that, this is the cal command. Regarding this is the cal command, right? So total, how many, sir? All the five commands executed or not? Yes. Now my question is, this script. What is the script name? Please confirm. I forgot. What is the script name? Array, respond. Why you are silent? test2.sh. What is the script name? test2.sh. Okay, sir, this script, sir, interpreted by which shell? That is my doubt. Array, shall is the responsible? Shall is the responsible to execute our script? Which shell? Okay, observe that I told already. There are multiple shells are there. Remember this one. There are multiple shells are there. Okay, like, so which shell executed? Have you ever specified anything here? While executing, have you ever specified anything, sir? No, I didn't specify anything. Array execute test2.sh. I didn't specify. Array, can you please execute by using bourne shell, or can you please execute by using bash? I didn't. Take very, very special care. Okay, the default shell is sir, bash. Remember, the default shell is bash. By default, bash is the responsible to execute or to interpret our script. Remember, any doubt? Sir, what is the default shell? What is the default shell? Okay, how to check? All those things I will discuss. Don't worry at all. Just to get basic idea. What is the default shell? Just a bash. Okay. Now, which shell consider your script in our previous case? Bash, sir. Now I want to tell explicitly, I want to tell, sir, hey, don't use bash. I want to use Bourne shell. I want to use Bourne shell. Okay, I want to use Bourne shell. What is the way? What is the way is, sir, here just observe, yes, H. What is the command? Yes, have you observed? Here, it is developed by Stephen Bourne. This is the first shell which is developed for Unix by using SH command. By using which command? By using which command we can execute? SH command. We can access this shell. Sir, SH test2 dot sh I'm taking. Now observe this. Which command I used, sir? SH command. SH command means Bourne shell, not bash. Remember, now this script executed by Bourne shell. Remember this one. Earlier, this script executed by bash, but now this script executed by sir Bourne shell. By using which command we can access Bourne shell. SH is the command we require to use. Friends, everyone in the position to understand? Okay, there are several ways are there just to get the basic idea. Just to understand this line, I covered this much. But anyway, which is required for our next level, don't worry at all. Okay, now as of now just observe this one. By using sh command we can access this shell. This sh is sir very old shell. Bourne shell is the very old shell. Now the people are not using this shell, don't worry at all. Okay, old and days scripts, if you want to execute happily you can do that, no problem at all. Next, second thing, sir, this total thing is extra things anyway. So just as of now ignore these, like somewhere just I'm taking here. Now observe. So Bourne shell is the first one, sir. Now second one is bash. Okay, what is the second one, sir? Can you please spell out? Bash. What is the meaning of bash? Yes, friends. Yes, what is the meaning? What is the meaning of bash? 1 minute. There are some doubts are there. Here, just observe that. What the doubts is, sir, can bash shell recognize a GCC or it will recognize C shell? So no, it won't. Swarup, GCC, these things are again different commands. Remember that. Okay, sh command. Next, how to cross check was already I will explain. Don't worry at all. Next, any difference between these two shells? Yes. Bash is the advanced. Bourne shell is the old. There are some commands can be recognized by bash but not recognized by Bourne. Okay, one is the new one, second one is the old one. Yes, who is granting execute permission for our shell script? There are two persons are there, either owner or otherwise root user. If you are the owner of the script, you can. Otherwise root user can give execute permission for the user. Okay, how to cross check whether it is executed by which shell was there already, we will discuss, don't worry at all. Okay, now sir, here just any difference on the performance wise? Yes, definitely, maybe internally performance wise, maybe that's why the people are not using Bourne. Okay, sir, here anyone can you please tell what is a bash? Please confirm. What is the bash? Yes, friends, what is the bash? Any doubt about bash? Please confirm. Ayo. Ah, sir, very simple. Oh, strike hard and violently is called bash. Manjusri. Okay. Okay, this is I didn't get you are telling just a normal dictionary meaning. Bash means okay, here just observe that bash. Okay. Sir, what is this shell? What is this shell? Please read. Yes, sir. What is this shell? Everyone, can you please tell? Born shell. Okay, like sir, this is now what is this shell, sir? Born, born again shell. Born again shell. Are you seeing bash? Okay, B A and then S H. Sir, bash shell means born again with some advanced features. Okay, born again shell is nothing but bash. Remember this a bit very carefully, sir. It's the same shell born again with more features. Okay, like with more. This is advanced, right? So it is advanced version. It is advanced version of born shell. It is advanced version of born shell. Remember that. Next, this is the default shell. This is the default shell for most of Linux flavors, sir. Remember a bit very carefully, sir. For most of this is default shell. This is the default shell for most of the Linux flavors. For most of the Linux flavors, including our Ubuntu also. I told, right? Array by default, by using which shell this script got executed. Bash by default. I don't want bash. I want to use some other. Then we have to use sh is the command. Then born shell will come in the picture. Any doubt? Next, how you can access bash shell by using, sir, bash by using bash command. We can access this shell. Remember this one, sir. I want to access. I want to access, sir, this shell explicitly. Of course, default shell is the bash only. I want to access this shell explicitly. What is the way? Is sir, compulsory we require to use bash is the command we have to use. Now take a bit very special care about this one, sir. Here I'm taking, just observe carefully, right? Here just I'm trying to take bash, okay, test2 dot sh. Now by using which command I'm trying to execute, can you please confirm? Array respond, can you please confirm which shell is going to consider my interpret my script? Bash. Now observe that. Yes, happily, sir, this one, like so. But anyway, bash is the advanced, born shell is the old one. Remember a bit carefully about this terminology. Are you feeling comfortable up to this, sir? Generally we never going to use sir, born shell, all these. We are always going to use bash only. Ashok, as of now, just aware, there are some commands which are not going to be recognized by Bourne shell. So those advanced commands will be recognized by bash only. Next, maybe performance wise also, maybe improvements may be there. Because old NS concept and new concept, born again, new concept, then definitely there should be some advantage. Clear, right? Yes. So Swarup is asking one small doubt. What is the Swarup doubt here? Sir, by default is the same shell. Why you are writing explicitly? Just I'm telling that array you can, if you want to do explicitly, this is the way you can. Getting right? Suppose assume that in my system, in my system, there is another shell is the default shell. But I want to execute by using bash only. Then how we can execute? This is the command. Swarup, are you getting right my point? Yeah. Next. Sir, shell script is interpreted language or combined? Shell script is interpreted language. Remember that. All scripting languages are interpreted only. Okay. Yes, we require to install some shells explicitly. Next, some shells by default you are going to get. Badal Patel. Okay. Now, that's all this is about bash, just a basic idea. Now the third ones are corn shell. Now the third one, corn shell, just a basic idea you should aware, sir. Okay. Are there any different memory allocated for bash and born? Ashok, definitely there should be some differences there internally at a shell programming level. So the way of considering next memory wise, performance wise, next the scope wise, definitely there should be some difference. Please make sure you should aware. Okay, next corn shell. Sir, why the word corn? Why the word corn, it is developed by, it is developed by David Corn. Remember this one, sir. Okay, it is developed by David Corn. David Corn, remember, right? So that's why the word corn shell. Sir, mostly where this type of shell we are using, IBM AIX operating systems. Remember a bit carefully, sir. Where we can use this shell, okay? Where we can use this shell, mostly this shell used in IBM AIX operating systems. IBM AIX operating system. So most of the times we are always going to use this one in IBM AIX operating system, right? Next, by using which command we can access this shell? By using KSH command, we can access this shell. Remember this one. By using which command we can access this shell? KSH command, we can access this shell. Okay, that's all. So clear? So just the remaining just basic ideas only. So even in my system, in our Ubuntu by default corn shell is not there. Don't worry at all. Just get the basic idea. So sir, bash and KSH, which is the advanced? Bash is always advanced, sir. Remember that. Bash is always advanced. Okay. Next, sir, fourth one, if you consider C shell. Okay. C shell. Just observe that, sir. C shell. So who developed this one, sir? Developed by Bill Joy. Sir, developed by Bill Joy. Next, C meant for, anyone can you please guess? Uh, Bash is the advanced version. Then why the corn shell? Sir, corn shell is specially developed for IBM AIX operating systems. Are you getting, Ashok? So in some Linux flavors, flavors, so this corn shell is the most commonly used. Okay, like getting, Ashok. Okay, C meant for not a C program, C meant for California University. Okay, maybe developed there. Okay, California University. Remember this one, California University. C means California University, right? So now, do you know after Born shell, immediately the next shell which was developed is the C shell only, sir. It is also by default available with the Linux. By default available with the Unix, sir. By default available with the Unix. Remember this one, sir. So it is also old. After Born shell, C shell came in the picture. Okay, C shell came in the picture. But anyway, Bash is the most powerful, most commonly used, sir. Okay, like next, by using which command we can access this shell? By using CSH command, we can access. By using CSH command, we can access a C shell. Remember a bit very carefully about this one, sir. Okay, so that's all. This is about C shell, whatever there. Next, T shell. Okay, T shell. Just even we are adding all these things, but in general, in our day to day, we never going to use. We are always going to use Bash only. Just aware some terminology. Array, not only Bash, there are some other terminals also there. Like you have to get. Next, T means anyone can you please tell? Yes, friends. T means terminal. Okay. T means terminal. Sir, it is advanced version of C shell, sir. It is advanced version of C shell. It is the advanced version of C shell. Sir, here it is where most commonly used in HP Unix operating systems. Okay. It is most commonly used. It is most commonly used in what we call, sir, it is most commonly used in Unix systems. Okay, remember a bit carefully, sir. T means terminal. Like how you can access this command, sir, by using tcsh. Okay, by using tcsh command, we can access this shell. We can access this shell. Remember this a bit carefully. So how you can access this shell? By using tcsh command, right? Sir, can you please confirm? Everyone in the position to understand? Yes, just the basic theoretical things. So don't worry at all. Just aware, array not only bash, there are several shells are there. So if you want, you can use HP Unix operating system. T shell is the most commonly used. Next one after that, Corn shell is the most commonly used in IBM operating systems, IBM AIX systems, right? Next, last one, sir, Z shell. The last one, Z shell. Okay, like sir, this is developed by, do you know, Paul? Developed by Paul. So how you can access, right? By using zsh command. Zsh command, we can access this shell. Okay, that's it. So just a basic terminology, you people should aware. Sir, up to this we covered only 2 points, right? Only two points. Okay, now the first point, what is the job of shell? What is the job of shell? Next, and after that, how many types of shells are there? How many types of shells are there? Okay, like these are various shells what we have. Okay, like the first one, Bourne shell. This is the developed by Stephen Bourne. The first shell which is developed for Unix operating system is like by using sh command, we can access this shell. This is shell is by default available with every Unix operating system, right? Next one after that, bash is a bit advanced version. Bourne again shell, it is the default shell for most of the Linux flavors. By using bash command, we can access this shell. Next, remaining things just for awareness sake only I covered. We never going to use. Remember that, sir. Corn shell, it is developed by David Corn. Next, it is most commonly used for IBM AIX operating systems. By using ksh command, we can access this shell. Next, C shells are, C means California University. It is by default available with the Unix. So after Bourne shell, this is the thing which is developed, sir. Okay, like now by using csh command, we can access this shell. Now observe that so the first shell is the B shell, Bourne shell. Next one after that, C shell. Next one after that, T shell. T shell is the advanced version of, okay, this is C shell. Next, where we can use HP Unix operating systems, Z shell developed by Paul. By using zsh command, we can access this shell. So clear, right? Yeah, Ashish Reddy. I'm not sure about that. Just to check for documentation. Okay, mostly I hope in the Kali, I hope mostly it is the default shell is the bash only. Okay, now, so everyone in the position to understand, right? Yes, at least theoretically, what are various shells, types of shells, what we have? Yo, please confirm. Yes or no. Based on that, I will discuss. But anyway, we are at very beginning. Okay, like whatever theory we had, just up to that, there is no specific. Z means nothing. There is no specific terminology, maybe A B C D, like Z. Sainath. Okay, like now here the next thing you people should aware. Okay, who can change shell permission? Shell permission means what? I mean file permissions, U plus X or something like Ashish Reddy. Yeah. So usually either owner can change, owner means the person who created that file, or otherwise root user can change. Okay. Either owner or root user, both the persons are allowed. Okay. Now the next, can you please tell among all these in the Linux environment, the most commonly used shell is, can you please confirm? The most commonly used shell in the Linux environment is, what is that? Respond. bash. Okay, like you should have that knowledge, right? So the most commonly used shell in linux environment in linux environment is in the linux environment is bash, which is more powerful, right? Okay, like next, now you had n number of questions in your mind. Sir, how to check default shell? How to shift one shell to another shell? How I can check what are various shells available in my system? Like you may have n number of doubts in your mind. Sir, slowly, one by one, the things are going to be covered. Okay. How to check default shell in our system? How to check default shell in our system? Okay, very very simple, sir. There is one predefined variable is there. Okay, dollar zero. Remember this one. What is that? Can you please spell out, sir? Dollar zero. Dollar zero zero, like sir, dollar zero zero, like now what we have to do? By using dollar zero, execute this command, sir. Sir, here echo from the dollar prompt, echo dollar zero. Now which shell you are using currently, you people are going to get. Let me cross check here. Okay, from my ubuntu terminal, terminal, let me cross check. Sir, here echo, I forgot. Anyone, can you please tell echo what I have to print? You respond. I forgot what I have to print. How to check default shell which is available in my system? Echo dollar zero. Okay, like what is the answer we are getting, sir? Bash. Are you getting? Bash. Bash itself is the answer we are getting. So the default shell in my system is bash. Okay, like or there is another way is also there, sir. Dollar echo, there is one predefined variable is there, environment variable named with the shell. Sir, which shell we are using? There is one predefined variable is there, shell is the variable. Okay, like sir, echo dollar shell, echo dollar shell. Now this one is also going to talk, array which shell we are using. Okay, just observe that. Echo, can you please guide? I forgot. What is the word? Dollar? Respond. Echo dollar? Dollar shell. Shell. Okay, like what the answer we are using, sir? Slash bin slash bash. Of course, bash is a program which is available inside bin. That's why it is telling complete path. Don't worry at all, sir. So this is the way we can check. This is the way we can check. Sir, what is the default shell available, right? Sir, is it case sensitive or not? Yes. Linux itself is case sensitive. Shell scripting itself is case sensitive, right? These are case sensitive. Please make sure. Any doubt up to this? Okay. Sir, here, have you remembered in my system, in my system, in the Linux file system, which thing acts as the root? Root, sir? Anyone, can you please tell which one acts as the root? Forward slash. This is called a root directory. This is called a root directory. Root directory. This is, sir, root directory. Like now in this root directory system, there are several subfolders are there. Can you please spell out some subfolders present inside root? Any name? Please confirm. Anyone? Any name in the last sessions in the Unix, slash home, next and after that bin next, have you ever heard about etc? Okay, like etc lib, like there are multiple things are available, right? Okay, now etc meant for etc folder meant for system configuration information. etc folder meant for what? System configuration information. Take very special care about this one. Sir, inside etc there is one file is there named with named with the password. Are you getting? There is one file is there named with the password like, okay. There is one file is available named with the password like. So we can check default shell information inside that file also. Okay, we can check default file information inside. We can check a default file information inside slash etc slash password file also. Okay, like, sir, let me open this file. Okay, let me open this file. You can use gedit, we can use cat command, nothing, sir, to open your file. Now, sir, cat I'm using, cat command I'm using. Can you please spell out what is the location? Please confirm what is the name of the file inside etc folder. Sir, here root, in the root etc is there, inside etc passwd. Okay, like, now observe that my user is Durga. My user is Durga. Are you seeing anywhere Durga? Yes, yes. Okay, like, which shell is the default shell? Now observe carefully about this one. Okay, sir, here slash bin slash bash itself is the default shell for this Durga user. Can you please confirm? So how to check default shell available in my system? Okay, these are various ways. Echo $0, echo $shell. Next, this is the next thing what you people should aware. Slash etc slash password. In this file also the information will be there. Yes, friends, can you please confirm? Any doubt how to check default shell in our system? Is it clear? Okay, now the next one, how to check all available shells in our system. Okay, sir, how to check all available shells, all available shells in our system, in our system. Okay, like, sir, now just take a bit special care. Sir, lot of Durga name was there. How to find the default shell? Okay, for every user separate things are there. In that last information itself is the shell. Ashok, so in that file, have you observed, right? Sir, here one Durga is there. This is the Durga user. Next, Durga 1 is the separate user, Durga 2 is the separate user, Durga 3 is the separate user. Remember, all these are different users. For this user currently, sir, with what user I log in? Yes, that's all. This is clear. How to check all available shells in my system? Yeah, 1 minute. Sir, Ashok, okay, clear. Next, admin can able to all users password. Yes, super user can do that. Okay, but here password, have you observed, right? Password, admin can set the password, no problem. Next, default file information means what information? Where you are seeing? Uh, we can check default, not file, default shell information. Have you observed? We can check a default shell information inside Swaroop. Default shell information. Next, how to check all available shells? Okay, how you can check all available shells in my system? Sir, it's very simple. We have one file is there named with, we have one folder is there named with etc folder. Have you remembered, right? etc folder. Okay, what etc folder contain? What etc folder contain? system configuration information. Remember a bit very carefully, sir. System configuration information will be available inside the etc folder. Inside etc folder, system configuration information available. Okay, like now the point here is take very special care about this one, sir. Okay, sir, in that etc folder, there is a file is there. There is a file is there named with there is one file shells. Okay, there is a file is there named with the shells. Earlier I used a password. I used a passwd file. But now slash etc slash shells, there is a file is there. Okay, if I open this file, now you can see all available shells in our system. Remember, right? Okay, sir, now take a bit very special care. Okay, here I'm taking now cat slash etc. What is the file name? I forgot. Please confirm what is the file name. What is the file name? Shells. Okay, now observe, in my system which shells are available. Only these shells. Remember a bit carefully, son. So here the first shell. What is the first shell? Can you please tell what is the first shell? Cat is used to display the file content. I use the cat command to display the file content. Cat command we are using. So the first one bourne shell, second one bash. Maybe R bash and the dash is also other types of shells. So in my system currently, these are the four shells what we have. Okay, sir, these are the shells what we have. Just aware, sir. So how to check? How to check, sir? Default shell. Next and after that, what are various shells are available in my system? But just to do, okay, do you know to learn shell scripting? All these nonsense is not required. Just for your awareness sake only, I'm taking. Okay, don't worry at all. Next, how to switch? Okay, how to switch from, okay, just observe carefully, right? How to switch to other shells? I want to switch to other shells. How you can do that? How to switch to other shells? Very simple, sir. Okay, just take a bit very special care about this one. We have to use, sir, based on our requirement, we can switch from one shell to another shell. Yes, it is possible. What is the way? What is the way, sir? It's a very simple terminology. Just observe that. Sir, here if I use echo $0, what is the shell? What the default shell? I respond. What the default? Bash we are getting. Now I'm using sh. Now observe carefully, right? Now I'm using sh. Now onwards, which shell, bourne shell is going to work in my system? Okay, now onwards, which shell from the terminal? Bourne shell. If you want, yes, let me check. Echo $0. Echo $0. Yes, sh. We are getting which shell? Yes, h. Okay, like exit, exit. Now, sir, I came to again bourne shell. Now, instead of sh, I'm trying to take, sir, now observe that echo $0. Now bash, default is the bash. Now, sir, here, just I'm taking r bash. R bash already there in my system. Okay. Now, sir, echo $0. Sir, have you observed? Now onwards, sir, which shell is going to consider, sir? R bash. R bash is going to consider exit. Okay, exit. Now take very special case, sir. Exit. Now, sir, dash I'm trying to take. Yes, it is also one shell. Now echo $0. Yes. Now, sir, dash. Regarding, so just a basic idea, but generally we want to do all these nonsense. Just a aware, sir. So is it possible to switch from one shell to another shell or not? What is the answer? Respond. What the answer? How to switch from? Is it possible or not? Yes, happily you can do that, no problem at all. Okay, like this is about what is how you can switch from one shell to another shell. So the basic terminology you should aware. So what is shell? What is a shell? Next, and after that, types of shells. Types of shells. Next, how to check default shell. How to check default shell. Next, how to check all available shells. All available shells. How to check all available shells in our system. In our system. Next, sir, here just take very special care about this. How to switch? How to switch from one shell to another shell based on our requirement. That's it. These are the, sir, 5 things just we covered. Okay, but anyway, so these are things just for basic idea, just for your extra information sake only. Generally, we are not required to worry. Just bash is by default shell, which is always going to execute. Was every day we will discuss. Don't worry. As of now, just aware $0. Badal Patel, yes, this is just a changing from terminal, but anyway, how you can change maybe. So super user may require to edit /etc password file is there. Okay, in the system configurations you may require to edit. Next up, for the script, how you can specify which type of shell is required to execute this script. That part we are going to discuss. Don't worry. Amir Khan, what is the use of shell scripting? Slowly you people are going to get in the server level. In the server level, if any backup scripts are required, if any cron jobs are required to do, shell script is the best choice. So once the class is going on, you people are going to get much clarity. Okay, remember. Yes. Was there already nothing? There is no. So maybe kernel level. So no commands for that. Okay. Next, how shell script works for PL SQL developer in real time. Okay, maybe sometimes, do you know, assume that you require to do some backend operations with respect to the database. Okay, I can configure a script. I can configure a script which will do automatically that activity. Ashok, just observe that cron jobs are there. Suppose I want to take my backup of my database. Assume I want to do that. I will configure one cron job which should be executed every week, or which should be executed every month, something like. Getting, Ashok? So operating system level. So any, what we call, any activities which should be performed, that activity is not a single command, a group of commands are there. Then happily we require to go for shell script. Yes, automation activities. Yes. So mostly, do you know, it may be Ashish Reddy, it may contain its own commands. There is no guarantee for that. That framework may contain its own commands. Amir Khan, compulsory it should be required for DevOps engineer. Yeah, Leonardo Caprio. You are from which place? Rajasthan. But your name seems to be a foreigner name. It is reflecting. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yes, we can modify the script and then we can execute. Modifying the script is always possible. Either owner or super user can do that. Ashish Reddy, what is this terminology? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure about this terminology. Nmap, Genmap, like. Was there already scripting is interpreted language? The sequence of commands execution should be, sir, from top to bottom, one by one, one by one. You can't customize the order, but you can use programming features. Okay, like America, nothing is required. I will take care. Okay, sir. Anyway, just observe a bit very carefully, sir. Now, is syllabus cover how to write and run database scripts using shell. Database related scripts means okay, just generally almost normal shell scripts we are going to do that. Database related scripts means, can you give an example, Sunil? What kind of scripts you require? Kumar Swami, yes, wherever you are chatting, that is the same place you can chat. Okay, now just observe a bit very carefully. These are things whatever we discussed as of now. Now my question is, what is a shell script? Okay, can you please spell out what is shell script? With this knowledge, can you please guide what is the meaning of shell script, sir? What knowledge you have currently, whatever your idea, can you please define what is the shell script? Yes, friends. Ayo, respond. What is shell script? A file. Yes, whatever knowledge you have. Hmm. Good. Was there already, Swarup? What about remaining people? Can you please respond? Hmm. Correct. Excellent. Okay. Now observe that. Can I use the word? Can I use the word? A group of commands. A group of commands. Instead of group, I can use the word a sequence of commands. More meaningful because order is also important, right? A sequence of commands saved to a file. Saved to a file. Under this file, under this file is nothing but shell script. Sir, with our knowledge, I hope everyone in the position to understand what is the meaning of shell script. A group of commands, a sequence of commands are there, saved to a file. Under this file is nothing but shell script. Okay, like sir, now take very very special care. Our shell script should contain only commands, correct, right? Array, respond. Our shell script contain only commands, correct, right? Ayo, respond. Is our shell script contain only commands? Observe carefully. The shell script at the beginning, have you remembered, right? At the beginning, whenever I started this one, shell programming, shell programming. Okay, so just shell programming or shell scripting. Okay, like so, very important, sir. In addition to commands, a script can contain programming features also, like our conditional statements, if else, switch statement, case statement, we have loops, functions, like so our script can contain programming features also. Programming features also, like sir, control statements, like a control statements, next and after that loops, next the switch case statement, like a functions concept, next and after that arrays concept, Yes, all these programming features also happily you can use inside the script. Remember this. That's why because of these programming features, we can write a script very easily for complex requirements also. Okay, like so just like a programming language, just like Java, just like C, just like Python, you people are going to learn a programming language also. Shell scripting means, remember that, because inside shell script don't feel only commands, so need not be sequence of command. You can use if else, you can use a while loop, you can use until loop, you can use for loop, break, continue, exit, like all programming features happily we can use, no problem at all. Clear, right? Okay, next, sir, there is uh, yeah, Sunil, I have a script DB I need to run using shell automatically. Yes, you can do that, Sunil. You can. Next, is sir, here main method also has to be there. Is it entire block? No, here main function such type of things are not there. The script will be executed from top to bottom. That's all. The script will be executed each and every line from top to bottom. Okay, like if the functions you can define, next whenever you are calling a function, then that function is going to execute. That's it. Clear, right? So can the execution sequence of the script can be altered? So programmatically we have to do that by using if else these kind of statements. But anyway, my shell script is always going to execute from top to bottom. Ashok, execution sequence, programmatically you have to do if else, if this condition, then execute this, else execute this condition. Okay, like or execute this command multiple times by using for loop. Like we have flow control terminology, programming terminology you can use inside a script. But once a script finalized, it's always execution is always going to start from top to bottom. Okay, don't think too much at this stage. Once we are start writing the scripts, automatically you people are going to get much clarity. Yeah, Swarup, don't worry, we will discuss all those function calling all at the beginning. Why you have to worry about those? I will take care, don't worry. Sir, is it clear for all of you, right? So what is the meaning of shell script? What is the meaning of shell script? Now, can you please tell what is shell script? Now your definition you require to change. Okay, a sequence of command saved to a file, which is nothing but shell script. In addition to commands, so even we can use programming features also, like a control statements, loops, functions, arrays, like. So because of these programming features addition, for any requirement, for complex requirements also, we can write our scripts very easily, friends. We can write the scripts very easily, remember that. So what is the meaning of that? If you are start writing some 5 to 10 scripts, you will get much clarity. As of now, just don't worry about all these things. Okay, we will discuss in detail. So now everyone got the basic idea what is the shell script. Okay, next, the shell scripts are best suitable for automated activities, for automation tasks. Okay, sir, here for automation tasks. Okay, just observe that what is the meaning of automation task, say, which should be executed automatically. So once I configure, every Friday it has to execute automatically, or every day midnight it has to execute automatically. So we can use the word cron jobs, like for such type of automated activities, shell script is the best suitable, friends. Clear, right? Yeah, sir, can we write and execute the script directly from the terminal? No, no. So we can Leonard, just a one or two lines of scripts you can write, but just a script means one or two lines. We never, if it is contain 10 lines, 20 lines, so writing directly from the terminal is not recommended. Leonardo, getting, but not recommended. Highly recommended to use editor's concept. Okay. So which is better, Python script or shell script? Okay. Most of the times, do you know, these days slowly the people are migrating from shell script, but in the Linux environment, shell script is the, if any new projects, these kind of things are there, the people are migrating to Python, but maintenance projects are still the people are there with the shell scripts only. Akshay, are you getting my word? Yes. Okay. Is it possible to execute two or more commands on the terminal itself? Yes. Was they ready? You can do that. But how you can execute, we will discuss in detail. Ashok. Yeah, yeah. These things are there in our material. Don't worry. So clear for all of you, right? Up to this, what is the shell script? Basic idea you got. Okay. Now the next thing what I have to discuss for you people, right? How to write and run shell scripts. Okay. How to how to write how to write and run shell scripts. Okay. Like this part, I will take care.